So, two Atlanta police officers involved in the shooting death of Rayshard Brooks will not be criminally charged, according to a special prosecutor in the case. From a news conference this past week, the special prosecutor announced that he is no longer pursuing criminal charges against officers Garrett Rolfe and Devin Bronson. Remember that Brooks was fatally shot back in 2020. We covered this back then after the officers tried to arrest him at a Wendy's parking lot, setting off a whole bunch of protests, and the fast food joint was actually burned to the ground. So cops say that Brooks fell asleep in the Wendy's drive-thru line, and when the police responded, he struggled with the officers, grabbing one of the cops' tasers and attempting to run away. Brooks was shot to death after officers claimed he pointed the taser at Rolfe's head, firing once and missing. So both cops were subsequently hit with criminal charges, including aggravated assault. Rolfe was also charged with felony murder. So now the prosecutors say they review their case of the findings, and Rolfe and Bronson acted in accordance with Georgia law, concluding the use of deadly force was reasonable. So they don't think it has anything to do with race, quote unquote. This is, I think this is it's really a step backwards as far as just state laws are covering up for possibly officers that are really not fully trained to deal with crisis situations. Would you agree, GBS?
They're probably wrong, but this is how a lot of these shootings are going to go. Somebody shows up, officers on the scene, it's not really what we needed it to be. Procedure now goes, okay, we're going to do A, B, and C, and the victim or the suspect is the fallout. So that's where it's at.
Okay. All right. Cortez, your thoughts?
Well, man, justice, I realize that justice is just plain old blind, hearing impaired, and everything else.
I guess so.
The problem is, man, until you can get enough diversity within some of these organizations, quote unquote, don't defund the police. Just get more diversity in there. That I think a lot of these issues won't happen. Because he was sleeping in his car, man. Yeah, he was wrong. He was sleeping in his car. Mm-hmm. Did you have to do that? That's the thing. It's been times where you might see a guy in a parking lot and he's drunk or intoxicated or whatever. He's sleeping in his car. Mm-hmm. You just let him sleep. He's not bothering anybody. Right. So I mean, the cops they fucked up on that, man.
Mm-hmm. Majorly. So let's just hope that this does not set a precedent to other cases that are happening throughout the country, and because you want to have officials responsible for their actions and not just try to hide behind a certain law that could be even outdated. There's a lot of laws that are out here that are outdated and really a little bit biased. So let's hope that this doesn't create a domino effect for other cases throughout the country.